Hey guys, just wanted to touch base on a couple other little projects I'm working on before the build video for the new tank for the Kodiari Rivers. I put together a kind of small greenhouse to store some plants until that build is ready. So I'm just using a clear storage bin. I have a drainage layer down at the bottom, a little spare sphagnum moss to kind of help retain moisture, and then just a couple plants that came out of the tank that the imitators were originally in. I'm not sure what it is, but it was not doing so hot in there, but it seemed to recover in here. I have this other sort of vining plant I'm trying to get to attach itself to this piece of cork bark, as well as some sheet moss that I'm hoping will attach itself to the cork bark pieces as well. And I plan to use all this in the new build tank for the Kodiari Rivers. I'm using a spare bulb, LED bulb I had. I got that from the Bio Dudes website. Great guy, great products if you're looking. And just drilled a couple holes into the lid of this storage bin to kind of give some airflow. And I also zip tied this light to the lid. Right now I have it sitting in the side of my living room because it's been cold here in Texas, but shortly I'll be moving this back into the garage. It gets a little hot, but I haven't noticed any melting or warping from the plastic yet, so I have it on a timer. It's on for about 7.5 hours a day. Come and just mist it with the spray bottle I use for the frog tanks, and so far so good. Might end up in the long run building a couple more of these just to kind of keep some plants, for any possible vivarium builds. I'm going to check out my froglet setup I have built, even though I don't have any froglets yet. We'll go over there next. Okay, so this is another storage bin I had. I originally tried keeping my fly cultures in here, and with the lid on tight, they just seemed to suffocate, and it seemed like my cultures were crashing and not reproducing well. So I had this storage bin. Again, I threw some drainage layers from thebiodude.com with a mesh and some substrate that's already been seeded with isopods and springtails, some sphagnum moss, and a little bit of wandering Jew, some sheet moss, a couple rocks, and of course some leaf litter. It's got a white lid, but the light seems to come through it pretty well. You can actually see the new shoot off of the wandering Jew. I'll open it up here in just a second, but it's small, it's tiny. I'll step back for a second. You can see it sitting on the shelf under the Kodiari Rivers. And while I don't have any froglets yet from my imitators, I'm just keeping this tank moist and throwing in some leaves for the springtails and isopods to munch on, and any froglets I am able to raise, I plan to move into here and until I find them new homes. So if I do get any new frogs in sometime in the future, I can also use this as a quarantine tank. So just kind of a little side project, just seeing how it will do with the white top instead of the clear top. So far so good, so we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching, appreciate it.